the James Webb Space Telescope officially been proposed in 1996. Since then, scientists have anxiously waited for its launch. James Webb Space Telescope is hailed as a more capable successor to the NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, which has been encircling Earth for more than 30 years. James Webb Space Telescope is intended to observe more clearly and more in depth than any other space telescope ever been. In order to pull off such an endeavor, its primary mirror, measuring more than 21 feet wide, had to be constructed in 18 hexagonal pieces that work like a single mirror, and the telescope had to be folded in on itself to fit inside its rocket for a launch. James Webb Space Telescope's architecture is exceedingly intricate. Years of delay and failure hampered James Webb Space Telescope's development. You might be thinking, who gets the honor of having such a historic telescope named after them? Well, that title goes to James Edwin Webb, the second administrator of NASA, the best known for his heading up Apollo, the first space program to send humans to the moon. Naming of the observatory has also caused some debate more recently. It bears the name of James Webb, a former NASA administrator who was charged with taking part in Lavender Scare under President Truman. A petition to rename the space telescope was started by the scientists in 2021, but NASA has stated that it has no intentions to do so. James Webb Space Telescope ultimately launched on Christmas Day of last year after years of trouble, and it made it to the space. Then it went under 2 weeks of unfolding process, a nerve-wracking operation with numerous moving components and potential single-point failure that might have brought the mission to an abrupt end had they not functioned as intended. However, James Webb Space Telescope was successfully in surviving that phase as well. Over the past 6 months, a large team of engineers and scientists have been meticulously aligning telescope's mirror segments and calibrating its instruments in order to prepare observatory for the final delivery on all of its incredible promises. On 7 July 2022, before the much-awaited release of the first deep space photographs from the James Webb Space Telescope, a device so potent it can see back into the beginnings of the cosmos, NASA has released a tantalizing teaser image. According to NASA, the image is, and I quote, among the deepest photographs of the universe ever obtained. After the astonishing jaw-dropping teaser, in a surprising turn of event, one image was released on its own. It came out night before and was unveiled by the President Joe Biden, which were the picture depicted SMACS 0723 galaxy cluster as it appears 4.6 billion years ago. This small piece of the universe fills an area of sky that is roughly the size of a grain and sand held out at arm's length by a human standing on the earth. The image was created by combining many photographs captured during 12.5-hour period at various wavelengths. The SMACS 0723 galaxy cluster is so massive that it functions as a gravitational lens, blending light as though it were traveling through the real lens. In other words, this image was effectively taken by the James Webb Space Telescope, a man-built telescope gazing towards the view produced by a naturally constructed telescope. A combination of these two instruments allow us to observe extraordinarily far-off galaxies. On 12th July 2022, NASA conducted a press conference with the rest of the images, which were WASP 96b. This image attempted to give us a glimpse into space through a graph, as opposed to the other images in the first set, which were all photographs acquired with the James Webb Space Telescope. It is a thin graph that provides important details on the atmosphere of WASP 96b, a hot giant exoplanet with a mass compared to Saturn. A planet is approximately 1120 light years away from the Earth, and the information in this graph reveals water vapor, haze, and the cloud evidence. The graph's results demonstrate that James Webb Space Telescope might be used to detect planets that could be suitable for life. In the image 3, this image called Star Death. The Southern Ring Nebula is seen in this breathtaking photo taken by the James Webb Space Telescope. A fading star is located in nebula's center, seen in the blue section of the image on the left. The orange, almost foam-like things are being actively produced by this dying star as it actively expels gas and dust. The Southern Ring Nebula shown in the picture to the right is the same. This image, as opposed to the one on the left, was acquired with the infrared camera, was examined using mid-infrared instrument MIRI, which enables astronomers to see features that were before obscured by dust. Image number 4. This image is called Stephan's Quintet. The 5 interacting galaxies that make up Stephan's Quintet, Edward Stephan's first name back in 1877, appear to be practically touching one another, although it appears that all the galaxies are equally far apart. NGC 7320 is really significantly closer, just being around 40 million light years distant. They are around 290 million light years apart from the other galaxies. Because these galaxies are so close to one another, researchers can watch as they merge into each other and learn more about how galaxies develop. Although this collection of galaxies have been photographed before, James Webb Space Telescope gets a higher level of detail. Around the edge of the quintet, clusters of millions of stars and starbursts can be observed. The picture also shows enormous shock waves when one of the galaxies slams through a cluster. This is Carina Nebula. If you squint your eyes, this image may pass for mountain range at night. In the Carina Nebula, in reality the edge of the nascent star forming area, this picture exposes starburst region that were previously hidden. In reality, it is hot dust and ionized gas rushing out to the nebula as the result of the strong radiation. It will be possible to learn more about star formation and the creation of the star thanks to these observations and photos of NGC 3324. While we continue to savor the first batch of mind-blowing photographs from the James Webb Space Telescope, on 4th August, NASA has already returned with the second cosmic stunner. This time, the image is a combination of partner galaxy in the Sculptor constellation and a cartwheel galaxy. NASA estimates the galaxy is 400 million years old. This image was created by combining several pictures taken by Webb's mid-infrared instrument and near-infrared camera. 2 rings, including brilliant inner ring and a colorful outer one, may be seen while looking at the Cartwheel galaxy, the biggest of the 3. The galaxy is a result of the fast cosmic collision. The shock wave that radiates out of the head point can be seen with the more investigation. After launch, the James Webb Space Telescope anticipated to be operational for 5 years. However, NASA is aiming for a longer lifespan for observatory. The observatory is largely solar powered, but it requires a tiny quantity of limited fuel to keep its orbit and equipment in place, so it won't be able to run indefinitely. There you go guys, if you really like this video and you got some valuable information from this, I highly encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and family. For more such informative videos about space, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.